steps or the procedure, that too within the framework of a policy. So within the framework of a policy, we have to make the procedures. So policy ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ನಾವು within the policy ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ he has to make the steps or he has to formulate the steps. Okay, so this is all about the procedures. Okay, this is all about the second classification. Okay, another classification, and the next classification is about the method. And also I forgot to say that this procedure is also standing plan. So again and again we are going to use this plan. This is also one of the standing plan. Okay, the next one is about the method. So in method what will happen means, this method is also one of the standing plan. So this method we are going to use it again and again. Okay, ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. See, in method what will happen means, say for example I said that procedures. So procedures ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, step by step. Okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, likewise it having some of the steps. Okay, in procedures it is having the steps. Okay, say for example take an example of shirt na stitch ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ it is having some of the procedures ಅಲ್ವಾ. So each step ಅಲ್ಲೂ say for example cutting ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, so cloth na cut ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ for cutting also we are going to use the method. Okay, ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ in detail we are going to we are going to seeing the things. So cutting ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್. ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಥಡ್ ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಮೆಥಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ formalized and systematic way of doing the repetitive activity or the routine job. So that is called it as an method. So method alli ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, we are going to adopt the one method. Okay, one method na adopt ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. So if we adopt the one method, so that will leads to the systematic and the formalized way of doing the work. ಆ particular job na systematic ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ it will going to help, and also likewise the method will going to help us. Say for example cutting ಅಲ್ಲಿ so various ಒಬ್ರೊಬ್ರು ಒಂದೊಂದು ತರ ಕಟಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಬ್ರೊಬ್ರದ್ದು one way of they are having their own way of cutting ಅಲ್ವಾ, cutting the cloth. Suppose if we use the one way, okay, if we as a manager if he suggests the one way, okay, so that will going to be, ಸೊ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಕ್ಲಾತ್ಸ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಮೆಥಡೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ಮಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರುಟೀನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಥ್ರೂ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದು ನಾವು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿನೇ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ವರ್ಕ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ವೇಸ್. Suppose if we particularly mention that if you are doing this work in this method by using this method only means, so there can be achieve the systematic as well as we can achieve there is no doubts in the minds of an employees ಗೆ doubts iralla our work mele, and also that method it will going to helps to bring the uniformity in the activities of an employees. So ಸಪೋಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿಂಗಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಶರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚಿಂಗಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಬ್ರೊಬ್ರು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಥರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಫರ್ಸ್, ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಫರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಗಿವ್ ಆನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್, ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಮೆಥಡ್ನ ಕೊಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಚೀವ್ ದ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ವರ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ work. And also through this we can going to bring the standardization in the work ಅಲ್ಲಿ standardization ತರಬಹುದು, as well as we can bring the simplification of work. We can use this technique also. And also, so in method what we are going to do means, in method we are going to select the proper method. So we are going to select the proper method. That method should be time saving, money saving, cost effective, as well as that is going to be increases the efficiency. So on that method only we are going to selecting. Okay, in method alli en martivi, we are going to select the things. Okay, we are going to select the ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಲ್ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್, ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ that should consume the less time. So those methods we are going to use in the business. Okay, as a manager in business, and as a manager initially only he has to make the plan. So in order to bring the uniformity in the organization, in order to reduce the confusion in the minds of an employees, they have to decide what method they want to be used in their business ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದು ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅನದರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್, so there are various methods, or evaluating the depreciation there are various methods available alva. So it includes the straight line method ide, diminishing balance method ide depreciation calculate ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. But if the manager initially only if they said that you have to use the straight line method, so ನೀವು straight line method ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ depreciation ನ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಂದು initially if they suggest that method means, so there is no confusion in the minds of an employees. And also as a manager, before selecting that method should be gives an benefits to the organization, that should saves the time, as well as that should going to be increases the efficiency of the organization. Likewise in method we have to select the activities. Okay, this is also one of the classification. And the next classification is about the rules. Okay, the rules, which is also called as the standing plan. So it is also one of the standing plan. Sixth one is rules. So rules, it is also standing plan, because again and again we are going to make use of this plan. Say for example, so in our also in our parents also have given some of the rules for us. So ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸು ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮಾಡಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಡೈಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಇಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ ಓದಲೇಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ತಿನ್ನಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ in our parents also has making rules. So in our organization also, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ in ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ our institution is also having some of the rules ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅದೇ ಥರನೇ in our organization is also having some of the rules. ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. and as a employee they have to strictly follow the rules which is in the organization. Organization ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆನೋ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ನು as a organization they have to, as a employee they have to strictly follow. Suppose if the employees are disobeying or if the employees are not going to follow those rules means, so the necessary action which is going to be taken by the ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ the every rules in the organization, everyone has to follow the rules. Say for example traffic rules na follow ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, so traffic police will going to give put a penalty for you alva. So likewise in the organization also having some of the rules, if you are not going to following those rules then you are going to get the necessary action which is taken by the manager. Okay, this is also one of the thing. So rules which is also called it which is as a standing plan. Repetitively we are going to use this plan, or repetitively we are using the rules. And also rules are set out to create the environment. So basically, so what purpose we are going to set the rules means in order to bring the discipline in our environment. So ನಮ್ಮ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ತರೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಸಚ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್, so the company will not going to achieve the desired objectives, the efficiency will going to be reduces and organization will going to run properly alva. So that there should be a discipline in the organization. In order to carry out the discipline, the organization will going to formulate some rules. So those all the rules which is going to be followed by the employees. If the employees are not going to follow the rules means obviously they are going to get punishment for their disobeying the things. Okay, so for example helbeku andre in organization there can be a rule of no smoking in the organization alli smoke ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. Likewise it is one of the rules in the organization. And also the time, so organization ge ನೀವು 10 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, so that is your timing. Okay, up to 15 minutes you have exemption, but if you come by 10:30, okay, you are going to get your attendance will going to get lost. You are going to they are going to cut their salary. So in nim salary alli ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they are going to cut the amount. So that what are all the rules which is formulated by the organization that has to be followed. And also in simple, the code of conduct of a general instruction in the organization which specifies, so this is the rules which is going to be specified. This is the code of conduct or the general instructions which is going to be instruct for us that what to do or what not to do, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು ಅಂತಂದು. These are all the rules will going to be says as. And also as an organization, what are all the rules in the organization that is not in the flexible. So these are all the rules which are going to be strictly as well as compulsorily has to be follow. So ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರಲ್ಲ, so flexibility ಅನ್ನೋದಿರಲ್ಲ. So there are rigid as well as compulsory for everyone. So this is all about the rules. So this is also one of the standing plan. Again and again we are going to use this rules. Okay, and the next one is about the programs. Program we can call it as a single use plan. So program annadenu, it is an single use plan. So program it is an single use plan in the sense that a program will not be used in the same form once the objectives are achieved. See, once the program is conducted for what are all the in order to achieve this program, so in order to in order to do the program, what are all the plans we were made, after conducting that, so what are all the plans we were made, that will become as discarded. And also a program is a specific plan to perform a particular task. So these are all the programs which are going to be formulated. So program ಏನಕ್ಕೆ formulate ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ in order to do the particular task or in order to do the specific task only, they have to go with the programming. So it is a single use plan. ಇದು ಒಂದು single use plan. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್, introducing of new product in the market ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಿರಬಹುದು, this is one of the program. Okay, and also program of opening 5 branches at the end of the 2020. ಸೊ ಈ 2020 ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾನೇನು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು 5 ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದು. and also the program like producing of 100 tons, okay, 100 ಟ್ರಕ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, 100 ಟ್ರಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಮಂತ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಈ 1 ಮಂತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, 100 ಟ್ರಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Likewise, this is also one of the program. So these are all the programs which is formulated for achieving the specific task or specific programs na achieve ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ they are go with the programming. And also it is a combination of objectives, policies, procedures, methods, rules. So these are all the combination, we can call it as a program. So program is a combination of objectives, policies, procedures, methods, rules. So rules which has to be taken place for what purpose, we are going to make an interlink with these all things. These are all things we are going to make an interlink. Okay, objectives agli, methods agli, procedures agli, idrelladu madve, so we are going to interlink with each other. For what purpose? For the purpose of achieving the specific objective. One specific objective na achieve ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ we are going to make an interlink with each other. And also the program is nothing but it is a combination of objectives, policies, process, methods and rules. Okay, so in order to carry out the particular task, we are going to interlink with all these things. Say for example, you want to introduce opening a new department. So ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ನ್ಯೂ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, you are go with the objectives. So objectives prepare ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, and you are going to make the policies. ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ವೈಸ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ನ ಹೈರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ವೈಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ದ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದ policies, within the policies you are going to framing the procedures which includes the methods idella specified ಮಾಡಿ you are going to make the rules alva, so that what purpose, in order to achieve the in order to opening up of the new department goskara you are going to make a relation interlink with each others. Okay, once the objectives are reached, once the this open one department na open ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ objectives ನ reach ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್ ನೀವೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ objectives ಆಗಲಿ procedures methods ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, that will become as discarded. Okay, and as we know that the top level management will going to do the primary programs. So if there is any primary programs na ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, which is done by the top level management, and the supportive programs ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, which is done by the different levels of management according to their authority. They are going to formulate the programs in order to carry out the particular task. So this is all about the programs. Okay, and the next one is about the budget. So budget, it is also called it as single use plan. So budget ಕೂಡನು single use plan ಆಗಿದೆ. Okay, so in your life also you are going to do the budget. Say for example, if you having, so if you are getting the pocket money, ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಮನಿ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ, ಸೊ ಈ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿಸ್ ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದು, ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಅ ಬಜೆಟ್. ಸೊ 50 rupees for taking the notes, okay, for 10 rupees for chocolate, for 20 rupees for pen, okay, and another remaining 20 rupees for snacks. Likewise, this 100 rupees, this expenses will going to be, you are going to make a plan to expensing this 100. So 100 rupees ನ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಬಡ್ಜೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕೂಡನು they will go with the budgeting or they will go with the estimating the things, estimating. So expenses ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ನಂಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತಂದು, ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ they will go with the estimating the things. So that is called it as a budgeting ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So the organization which is not only do the expenses budget, so expenses ಮೇಲೆ budget ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, but also we are going to, or the organization which is going to do the budget on the sales also, they will go with the sales budget also. So income ಅಥವಾ revenue budget ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So the company has go with the sales budget also. Sales budget ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, and in return total sales ಎಷ್ಟು. Likewise, we will go with the income budget also. Okay, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಬಡ್ಜೆಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಬಡ್ಜೆಟ್ is a statement of expected, okay, expected result. Budget means what? It is an statement of expected result which is expressed in the numerical terms. So budget andre ಏನು, budget is a statement of expected returns. So budget andre we are going to expecting the returns na expect ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So usually this is the budget is going to be expressed in the numerical terms alle ಅಥವಾ numbers alle we are going to expecting the things. So statements, as you know that expected returns is nothing but profit. So that is, an expected is nothing but budgeted profit. So expected return ಅಂದ್ರೆ budgeted profit. So ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ that will leads to the profit alva. So it is an actual, but here we are going to expecting or we are going to estimating the things, that is estimated profit ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we are go with the budgeting profit, budgeting revenue minus budgeted expenses ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, we will get the budgeted profit. Okay, these are all the budgeted profit will going to be expressed in the numerical terms. Okay, and also it does not mean that company will only go with the profit or the financial statement or the financial budget. So it doesn't mean that organization no bari financial budget ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. The company is also doing the capital budget also. Capital budget ಕೂಡನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So capital budget ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಹಸ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಆಪರೇಷನಲ್ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಕೂಡನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆಪರೇಷನಲ್ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಅವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಡ್ಜೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. alva. So that in organization they are not only go with the financial budget but also they will go with the capital budget as well as the operation budget. And also this operation budget is usually done by the lowest level management. So all the levels of management will go with the budgeting alva. So middle level management anta consider madre purchase manager will go with the purchasing budget. So purchasing manager purchase budget ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು they will go with the budget. And when it comes to the sales manager, sales budget think ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they will prepare the sales budget. Production manager he will go with the production budget alva. Likewise the levels of manager will going to do the budgeting activity. Okay, so budget is a okay. And also so these are all in simple, budget is a statement which is going to be expressed in the terms of numerical only, and also it serves as a standard, okay, standard for making comparison, because ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ಗೂ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್. ಥ್ರೂ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ, ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಬಜೆಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 1 lakh ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ 1 lakh ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದು ನಾವು ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ, ಲೈಕ್ 80,000 ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ in order to compare these things, in order to compare the expected as well as the actual, the budget will act as a standard word, and also through this we can going to be controlled. So actual ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಲೈಕ್ವೈಸ್ through the comparison we can go with the comparison, we can go with the controlling the activities. Okay, so this budget is act as a standardization one. And also usually the budget was prepared by the every levels of the management. So this is all about the classification types of the plan on the basis of what the plan seeks to achieve. These are all the classification. Okay, so ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 marks ಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಲೈಕ್ವೈಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಆತರ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ 8 marks ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಏನು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದ ಎನಿ 4 types ಅಂತಂದು 4 marks ಗೂ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಲೈಕ್ವೈಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ 4th ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್, ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇನ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಸೊ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಇಂದು. and also we discussed features. So features is also very important, so it may ask for 4 marks also, 4 marks kuda kelbodu. And also we discussed the importance and limitations. So importance and limitations so nimge 8 marks kelbodu section D alli. Write the importance as well as the limitations of the planning anta kelbodu. Otherwise the 4 marks ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ just write the importance of the planning or write the importance of the limitations ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Okay, and also what we discuss the process ಅನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ದ process in the planning ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Okay, and also types of planning, as I told that they are going to ask individually ಅವ್ರು ಏನಂತ 2 marks ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಅಂತ 2 marks ಗೆ ಕೇಳೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, now so this is all about the planning concept. Okay, this is all about the planning chapter. Okay, by the next class we are going to start up the new chapter. Okay, until that, bye bye.